I'm riding with it. You can't see the size, ain't norm. I ain't reached my final form. I gotta teach inside a storm. I gotta reach inside it. No, I don't need beside him. By and large, I don't preach no violence. Right feet right beside him. I am calm, I am different. I enlisted, fired up but not find the mischief. I am one to find time and listen. Lighten up the entire district. I am one, I'm still the son of what? Of Augustine. How I keep coming up and then erupting. Looking like I should never be amongst them. I should be out there in the function. Younger than free, the end of discussion. Whoa. The end of discussion. Whoa. Younger than free, the end of discussion. Whoa. The end of discussion. Whoa. Yeah, new whip outside is different. Ask me where the carpet, mind your business. New whip outside, I'm vicious. Ask me where the carpet, I'll admit it. Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that my mind is different? Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that I'm riding with it?
Yeah, gotta aim for the top like, hello, yeah, I can never doubt myself, I know better. All of you critics be acting like you know better. Blowing the smoke, but I know when the dust settles that I'm in my element. It's evident that there's levels to the game. All of those dark nights I got then, breaking my back to make it out, got me feeling like rain. I ain't never need your help, I know you wishing me well. A penny for your thoughts, but seeing no change. I snap for the sun like Diddy. The riches got a mad ass son, I'm like Billy. I ain't never switch up, whole team with me. Putting on for my city like OH.REPORT. Set the pace as long as you finish. Consumers find a way inside your business. Babble if they try to dabble in it and they hate the fact that they may have to witness. You tryna aim for the top like this, and you're in your element with a fire like this, and they hoping you fall and they praying you miss, but it's all in the risk. I got you with the switch, you know. I'm in the zone. Give me the throne. One shot, that's all that you got. That's all that I know. Foot on the gas. 155 on the road. You could be a friend of me, an enemy. Keep that same old energy, cause I know I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. Keep that same energy. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Flow is like water. I'm forced through the fire. I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth. Following God and you grinding. You do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center. Word to Spike Lee. And God came in a nick of time.
District semifinal soccer pairs the top-seeded Madison Rams, led by OCC Offensive Player of the Year Joey Walker, against a Norwalk squad seeking a second straight trip to the finals and playing right here on their home turf. It's live and free boys playoff soccer to kick off your Tuesday night, and it's all going down right here and now. Good evening, everybody. I am Brian Skowronski, and as we join you just about 30 seconds here into the match, you see Joey Walker, such an exceptional talent, already 28 goals on the season, and right on that precipice of being one of the all-time leaders in Rams history, coming out big shot here early on in the contest. Kind of getting the party started, putting a little bit of scare here in spooky season into the back line of the Truckers. District semifinal action here, Division III, and what a breath of fresh air here for the Madison Rams, competing in Division I for all these years, and now taking on teams much more similarly sized to what they are, and certainly feel like as the top seed and the OCC champions, they've got a great opportunity this year to come out and be champions. Tell you a little bit more about each of these teams as we get some stoppage in the action. My name is Brian Skowronski. I'm going to be here with you on the call tonight. Gorgeous night here in Norwalk. Temperatures right around 80 degrees for the start of kickoff here in the latter parts of October. Trees starting to change all along the route. Up 13 coming here from Mansfield. But still, crazy temperatures. Mother Nature has really been playing along with us so far here through the early portions of this tournament. And here's the Rams looking to play one down into the corner. Back line for Norwalk has been pretty exceptional so far this season. Each of these teams explosive offensively, great defensively as well. So not 100% sure what to expect here tonight. Typically, when we start getting into this time of year, the scoring starts coming down just a bit. We'll see some 2-1 or 1-0 type of affairs, but with offenses like what we have here, potential to get into some type of a shootout. Going to get a whistle here. This will go against Madison. And a nice job that time of just shielding off the defender by Zaid Oglesby.
Beautiful night here at Contractor Stadium. Like 75 degrees in October. What is happening? We'll take it. This is an open press box, and it can get pretty cold up here when it's cold and rainy.
Now it's the Rams back line coming away with the rock. Looking to push it forward. Oglesby steps up, and they'll regain. Here was one of the stars here of the season so far, Ben Snyder, having a great senior campaign. But he'll lose it, and a chance for a counterattack with Walker out on the edge. You look at the acceleration, looking to turn the corner. Joey Walker will. He'll send it, though, back post here. Carter Branham didn't get a whole lot behind it. The keeper a bit out of position. And Norwalk is able to clear. We'll run that clip back here in just a moment to show you how close that was. It looks like the Rams content just to play it out of bounds. Back post here, Carter Branham back on the mechanics. Get a whole lot behind it. The keeper a bit out of position. And ball going to race down here near side. Try to clear it, and it finds Juan Martinez. Nice move on the triangle. Now Martinez to the middle. They'll shoot it near side here for Connor Nickel. And a chance up top now for Elliot Gahring. Gahring had a pair of goals in the sectional championship win at Ontario, including the game winner golden goal opportunity. Was our MVP. Had a chance to hear from him, and one of the players just really looking to carry on what's been a great stretch of soccer for Norwalk. Truckers program on the precipice of having one of their best runs in tournament. Another chance here for the Rams. The pitch to the middle, and it'll be eaten up. Well done by the keeper, Jose Negrete. Just our clock camera for you folks here in just a moment. Gonna get a whistle, and second foul here against Madison. Walker can't believe it. So it is going to be Madison ball here. And quickly off the restart, here comes Trey Fava. Pocket picked here on the second look. Now Norwalk's going to pitch out and space a chance for Snyder. One-on-one here. He'll have Clark coming up trying to defend. Jordan gets a piece of it, the shot back post, and it gets deflected. Second look here, Dominguez came kind of funky off his left foot. And the Rams able to push it out of there. Here's Ashton Taylor. Lays it back, a little bit of space here. Rams don't need to force anything. Now Walker to the middle, draws a bit of a crowd. And they'll pitch it out wide here. Branham, a little bit of space, trying to go one-on-one. Now lays it back, crosses it to the middle of the pitch, but finds Dominguez hanging out. He'll send it forward, flick now by Elliot Gahring. And Elliott in a foot race. He'll get a touch. Give and go, and it'll be offsides here. So Madison will get control back. So we'll take one more look. Just a great matchup here between these two programs. Norwalk looking for their 13th win. Madison just 2 wins away from the all-time win total in the history of the program. Battle for possession comes back here, midfield for the Rams. Just over 9 minutes gone by here in this opening half. Madison's had a couple of decent looks so far. Walker about 30 seconds in, the best that we've seen from either unit. As the whistle will stop play, and this will favor Norwalk. Off the short pass, they'll deliver it up top for Gahring. Now off the cross. It's a bit too long, but it ends up right at the right foot here of Dominguez, who sends it wide. Great chance and actually pretty good boot on rock right there. Just zips it a bit to the left. Oh, great ball right in the middle. Onside is the play. One-on-one. The shot, and it's in there. Madison with Julius Walker takes a 1-0 advantage. Gorgeous setup coming from the defense roll. And he gives Madison a 1-0 cushion. Here it is, 1-on-1. No chance for Negretti. Just put in an impossible situation. And Madison strikes first here at the 29:44 mark. We'll show you that entire play coming up here in just a moment. Beautiful build-up, and Ashton Taylor with a gorgeous dime, normally known for his goal-scoring ability. And that's what the Rams have been doing to a lot of folks so far this year. Plenty more weapons than just our spotlight Joey Walker, who's down here. Let's show you this great pass. And, maybe, I don't know. I think the AR might have got his head around just a little bit slow right there, as it certainly felt like Might have been a step beyond. Still ends up being a Madison Ram goal. Walker with one touch, and that'll go out of bounds a little too quickly with the movement right there. So Norwalk will have a throw-in coming up just on the north side of Madison territory. For grabs, a couple of headers, now flick to the middle. And the Rams with the Walker will come away. Here's Joey creating his own space. Second time he's used the referee to be a human shield out there. As they'll work it around now here for Branham. And lucky for Norwalk that this actually did get deflected. Rams had something formulating moving forward here on the near side wing. Fava again trying to get on the attack. Throwing back for Gamble. He'll lay it back for Negretti. Heavy tackle from the back. No whistle against Randy Jamison. Member of this vaunted junior class. And it's just been a nice build-up here for the Rams. Getting themselves in a position to be the #1 overall seed. Now playing in Division III in the tournament. But certainly this class has been the generator. Getting the engine going to one of the best seasons so far in program history. And could go down as the best. Continuing through the tournament, depending on where it ends here for the Rams. Walker on the perimeter. Low cross comes in. Negretti can't handle it, but it'll be over the end line. And a corner kick on the way here for the Rams. Second look, Negretti comes sliding in. Feet first, though. A little bit awkward. Fava was there in the equation. And that'll set up Nate Evans on the far post here, from the flag, I should say. Does have a couple of friends hanging out near post. He'll drive it backside, and he'll be headed out of there. One-timer! And solid contact off the left foot here of Ashton Taylor. Taylor had the assist, nearly had him a goal right here. As it laid right at his feet, he timed it up gorgeously. But a save by Negretti. 14 minutes off the clock here. Rams with a 1-0 cushion. Julius Walker with the goal here to be the difference on our Red Fox Tavern scoreboard. Heavy touch on the pass out for Taylor as Norwalk got about 6 guys up top trying to work it offensively. And the slide tackle will be pushed out of bounds here. It's Kingston Gonzalez last to touch it. And a look at a couple of the ball boys out there working the sideline, and one of the unsung heroes out here. So hopefully they've got a chili dog, maybe a Snicker bar in their future. Great work out there, keeps the game moving. Been at plenty of matches where you don't have any, and it really does have more of an impact than you might think. Do want to say hello to everybody out there watching live and free right now, exclusively on our YouTube channel 1. I'm going to try to get this baby up on the Facebook for the second half. Gotta love the social media blockers at these schools. Sometimes a lot of hoops to jump through, but we'll find a way to get through a couple of them. Another whistle here. Actually just ball out of play. And a throw-in coming up for the Truckers. Pressure, ball through the middle. Nobody makes a run. The closest to the action there was Snyder. So the referees going to allow a little bit of those shoulder-to-shoulders. Nice turn into the middle of the park. A lot of time here. And the Truckers will lay it off now, Oglesby. Martinez going to pitch it back post, a header, but it's not redirected towards frame as Gonzalez. And that nice head of lettuce pushes this one over the boundary, and throw-in coming up from deep in Madison territory. Do want to hear from you, the fans out there in the comment section. Seeing Josh Young already making his presence felt, so hit me up. Let me know where you're watching tonight's game from. Who are you cheering for as well? Are you in the corner of the Rams tonight? Would you like to see the Truckers come from behind and get a victory here at home? Hit me with some comments. I'll shout you out throughout the course of the night. Good build-up. Negretti has to come way out. And good thing he did. Rams had 3 bodies all tracking. And Norwalk still can't clear it. This one will make its way into Negretti. Let's take a look at that last build. The turn and a solid ball here from Randy Jamison. I mean, dude's on the verge of having 20 assists here for the season. He's been dynamic, great playmaker for Madison all season long. Now a little bit of a tussle here near side. Lucas Swanger gonna earn a Madison throw-in. Blues now with the decision. He'll go down the line. As this is pitched forward. And the AR has got the flag up. So a foul here against Madison. We've had a number of these. And just an aggressive play by Jordan Clark. That's what you want, though, from your back wings. Put some pressure on these guys. Certainly you want to play physical. Off the restart. Taking aim at Snyder. Takes one hop and taken by Wirtz. One more look at that last free kick. Solid carry, hanging on to it. And the far post look, bit off target. Nice playmaking ability here by Oglesby. Just too far out in front here for Kingston Gonzalez. Madison goal kick coming up on the way. Wirtz, big right leg. First touch, though, belongs to the Truckers. And now this ball timed up, but headed down, well defended by Tyler Norwood. And this is going to go against Madison. Well, actually, Norwalk fans are pulling their hair out. This is going to favor the Rams. Chris Schnell, can't believe it, head coach for the Truckers, has both of his hands out to his sides. As the Rams are going to play it down into the corner. They'll find Swanger. And it's going to be offside somehow. Not 100% sure what the case is there. But let's tell you about the Truckers so far and their journey to get to this point. Fresh off a dramatic golden goal victory at Ontario in the sectional final. Winners of 3 straight, riding the strength of their strong back line. As you've seen so far, they've got an explosive offense too, and looking for revenge from an August 26th loss at home to these Rams. Team Spotlight brought to you by Baker's Collision, and speaking of collisions, we got another one out there on the pitch. We'll show this to you. Contact coming, Taylor handling, and tripped up as Gahring just took him out. 19 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Redirected out of play here for the Rams. So they'll have a throw-in coming up. as Madison gets a couple fresh bodies back into the mix. Throwing goes to Taylor. Sizing up. And just pushes it out of bounds. This will be a goal kick. So for the Madison Rams, the #1 seed, gradual buildup, as I was talking about the last couple of seasons, to the top seed. Started the season 8-0. Dropped a tough match to St. Francis in Toledo. That's their only loss so far. Since then, finished the regular season back-to-back draws against Dover and Big Walnut before exploding 16 goals so far in their first couple of tournament matches. So the Rams have certainly come to play so far since they have been in the playoff scene. And adding another one on their total already here tonight. It was Walker from Taylor. And this will be poked away by Gamble over on the far side. That was a matchup that I anticipated. Mason Gamble trying to take Joey Walker out of the equation. As this throw comes in, headed out of there. And it looks like they'll do it all over again. Colin Faith has a strong arm. And whips this one over the head of Negretti. Did that go in? Stop it. Never heard of such a thing. Off the throw-in, Colin Faith delivers as Negretti tips it into the back. Never seen anything quite like this. Gorgeous throw. Negretti gets a fingertip on it. And it finds its way into the nylon. 2-0 Rams, 17:09 to play here in this opening half. So good. We got to see it one more time on the Mechanics Bank replay. Wow. You have seen corner kicks bent like Beckham into the back. Never have I ever. I'll be taking a swig right now if someone asks about a throw-in for a goal. Crazy stuff right there. More importantly, for Norwalk now, having to try to dig themselves out of a 2-0 hole against a team that doesn't even surrender a full goal per competition. So this is a tough spot now for the Truckers. And if you're Madison, you're feeling right at home. Very dangerous offense. Don't think you anticipate scoring in the fashion that they did right there. Still thinking about that one. As the shot is deflected here. Landon Ferkel tried to line it up. Gamble with the header. And now Walker pitches it. Little two-man game actually ends up to himself. And now here goes Joey Walker down in the corner. He'll size up his opponent, go to work, draws the double team, won't matter. He'll get the cross, and the corner kick coming up. I got to show the goal one more time. This is what just made it 2-0 about a minute and a half ago. And the Rams now in a situation, set piece opportunity. Try to stick one more up there. And they'll have Joey Walker on the ball. Jamison with him if he wants to play it short, they will. And this tandem, done a lot of this season. Goes touchline, set it up. And the shot off target, but a solid build here. I think this was Fava that they targeted near side off the posts. And got a solid touch. Negretti there protecting. And he'll have a goal kick coming up. See Josh Young, I mean, he's impressed by that great throw, but what a mistake by the goalie. He is not wrong. Have not seen that before, though. Josh, you? A throw-in for a goal? Not like that. I am putting it down. I am giving the credit where it's due there. It's Colin Faith, though. He gets one in my book. Fava near post, busted up from behind. And it looked like a little bit of frustration there, back defending for St. Oglesby. We just saw what this kid did with his last throw in. A little bit more trajectory, and a big bruising hit by Gamble took out Joey Walker. Didn't draw a whistle. They'll play on now. Rams over on the far wing. Little give and go action. Jamison trying to take it down into the corner. And now he'll flip it up a mile high, and it'll sail over the top. Another look at the playmaking ability of Jamison as he tried to set it up in front of the net. Try to make it 3-0 on our Red Fox Tavern scoreboard. The place to be on game night on Marion Avenue in Mansfield, right in my neighborhood, actually. So a big shout out to Chris Patrick and the gang coming together, sponsoring tonight's action. Do appreciate them. And all of our generous sponsors bringing you live and free coverage tonight. Nice build up here for Norwalk. We'll see if they can get anything out of it. Try to sneak that one, knife it in between a couple of defenders, and it gets intercepted. Also be blasted back down into the corner here by Roman Snyder. Good-looking sophomore. Come up defend. They'll get it behind him now for Walker. I mean, this dude, he's got the total package, the speed, acceleration, of course. He's had the dynamic playmaking ability, and that is why Joey Walker is our player spotlight here tonight. The OCC Offensive Player of the Year. The numbers just blow you away, right on the cusp of having 30 now for the season. 11 assists, too, so he doesn't mind sharing. Love what we've seen from this guy throughout the course of his career. A 3-year starter, and the skill set speaks for itself. Back to the field of play. Headed into the middle. Scramble for the ball, and this should be a dangerous play against the Rams. So it is going to be a a free kick on the way. Julius Walker got tangled up and just took out Gahring. Nickel flicks it to the middle. Lost out of there off the dome piece of Jordan Clark. Be kept in, though, by Snyder. Or actually poked out. Zips it in, quick throw-in. And trying to get it to Ben Snyder. They're going to say last touch by Madison. Slow it down and see for ourselves. I don't know. Chance, though, set piece. And they'll put it at the right foot here of Snyder. The senior drives it in low, near post. Takes a big hop. Couple bodies collide. It's down and zipped into the hands of Jerry Wirtz. Had to leap up to the second story to gobble that one up as he chucks it out near side. And he'll find his buddy Bloost, who punches it out of bounds. But a good opportunity here for Norwalk, as anytime you can get Gamble up there. And look at that left foot. Boy, so close. Maybe about 6 inches away from just squirting it up over the head of Wirtz. The junior keeper, right place, right time, comes up with another save. Near side throw in for Ferkel. A lot of pressure on him. Now Roman Snyder attacked in the middle by Jamison. It's a giveaway. Gives up the body. He'll find Joey Walker one-on-one. Joey with a heavy touch, left foot. And it's knocked down offside, the call by the far side AR. We'll spin it back, and you see Joey probably a good couple of yards beyond. So a good call here. Offsides. Few of those so far against Madison here on in the early portion. And the fans here for Norwalk. A couple critiques here for these officials. We could use some more, though, out there. Kind of short-handed in our area. So if there's some moms that would like to be a referee, hit up OHSA. They got plenty of room for you out on these sidelines. Give you a flag of your own. Booming punt here from Wirtz. Headed down by Snyder. Big ball down into the corner. Looking for the connection with Ben Snyder. The Wi-Fi disconnects for a moment as it rolls out. And now we'll get a couple of substitutions coming in for the Rams. Give us an opportunity to meet our Baker's Collision player spotlight tonight. Going with Gahring. Elliot, 24 points so far on the season, had a couple of goals in that sectional championship win on the road. Just a fun player to watch. And he'll be back again next season as well, just a junior. And here's one of them for Madison. A kick save made as Negretti had to go down low. Gorgeous counter strike put together there by Madison. And it nearly ends with a 3-0 differential as they'll set this one up. And just a little mismeasure trying to find Nate Evans on the fly. So Norwalk dills it out of harm's way, at least for now. This one, boom, down to the other end. And takes a hop. That'll be a Norwalk throw-in. Second look, 1-on-1. Looking for a second goal here tonight. Julius Walker. And Negretti closes the distance, shuts the door. Keeping the differential still at 2-0 as we're in the closing 8 minutes of half number 1. Plenty of solid build-up so far here for Madison. This one beyond the uprights. As Ashton Taylor had a little crease. Ferkel drifted off left of him. And he's got the green light anytime to pull up from distance. 7 goals so far on the season for him. But will not have an 8th. Now Negretti off the restart. Goal kick. Caught up a little bit. Bit of a breeze coming through right now at Contractor Stadium. And the pressure from the backside leads to a foul. This will go against Ashton Taylor. Hip check there at the football 40-yard line. And that is where Gamble will take the restart. Deep drip with the shot, or the big ball. And that'll give Norwalk a throw-in coming up. And this is where Gamble, well, typically we've seen Gamble be in that position in the past in the tournament. Got a great big arm, but you like him in the box. So you got a few different variety pack of what you want to do if you're Coach Snell. And Snyder, sidewinder, set up. Love the attempts. Don't see too many bicycle attempts. Not in a crowd like this. Usually you've got a little bit of space. But it's Omar Dominguez giving it a whirl. As Joey Walker threw a double team, and it's deflected off of him, but it's worth seeing this again. Somehow, I mean, he just has the ball on a string tied to his shoe at all times. The most electric player in our area with the ball on the pitch. Kept in bounds here. Jerry Wirtz sold out and actually poked away momentarily. A little pressure brought on by Elliot. As Jerry will just throw it out deep. Nice long connection to the right wing. Drops it off now for Jamison, back out wide. And the Rams, give and go action. Looking to get something going here, just over 5 minutes. Walker on the chase and out to meet it, just on the edge of the 18, Negretti. Oh, he looks like he's slow to get up. Show you on the Mechanics Bank replay why. Walker on the chase and might have got a little piece of his rib section. Taylor down to the earth. Will draw a free kick. So a foul here against the Truckers. And it sets up Madison and Randy Jamison with an opportunity to try to deliver a late-time goal. Bends this one just on the outskirts of the 18, hops over Joey. Now Walker goes touchline, skirted through, but the referee said it went over the touchline. Joey disagrees. Let's see. Looked like maybe a full chunk of the white in between the ball and Joey Walker, so referee made that determination. Shuts down the opportunity and opens a new door now for Norwalk. Here's Gahring chasing down in the corner. And he'll get punched out, defended by Clark. They'll put it in the hands of Snyder. They'll trot Gamble up into the mix. And Mason doing some pushing and shoving already with Clark. There he is right there. He'll get a piece of it, and that's into the back. 2-1 Mason Gamble coming through from his defensive back line. Huge goal for him to pull Norwalk within a goal on late time. 3:34 to play. Snyder with the whip. A little bit of nay-nay there as it's put into the back by Mason Gamble, the senior. Puts up the fist. We got a game. Great connection that time from one senior to the other. And definitely changes the complexion of how things are playing out here. Final 3 minutes and change. A little bit wobbly with the ball here on the back line. All of a sudden are the Rams. A goal sometimes will have a little impact on your mood and your ability and can have the exact opposite effect when you got the positive juices flowing. Snyder tries to trap this one off his chest, does so beautifully. Pushes out wide, drops it back now. Here's Ferkel. Lays it out. Dribbling, spinning through traffic. But getting shut down was Oglesby on the second layer. Brandon pitches it out. Truckers staying on the attack. 2:20 to go here. Exciting opening half. Winner advancing to the district championship match right back here at Contractor Stadium. And this one just over the top of Gamble. And kind of hard to miss him. About 6'4" with leaping ability. And hopefully, for Norwalk's sake, he plays basketball, because that dude certainly did some blocking out there. Check this out. This was during that last replay. Bit of a wild exchange as Wirtz had to come sliding out right into the shin pads of Elliot Gahring. And so, I'll show it to you one more time. What say you? Certainly trying to make a play on the ball, but he takes out Elliot, who he's got his own right to it. I know he's inside of Wirtz's box, but you can't just take a man out. Not like that. And off the side of the foot. Had a breakaway forming, but the pass from Roman Snyder just sails out of bounds. So kind of ends that threat. But Ferkel battling. Let's see. Whistle's actually going to go against Taylor. This will favor Landon Ferkel and Norwalk as they're right at midfield. Potential last chance. Try to find an equalizer. This would be crazy. Clock settled with 37 seconds. And right now there's 9 back defending for Madison, as they'll have Walker and Zach Davies up. And Truckers just littered all around the perimeter of the 18. And just a lot of conversation going on right now, mostly with Mason Gamble and who's ever in his vicinity. Like I said, ultra aggressive player, big body redirected, but a diving Orts scoops it up here for the Rams. Another solid looking build up here for Norwalk. A lot of pressure put on Madison. And a good step here, taken away by Connor Nickel. Chance one-on-one here. Gahring turns the corner, and he is met by Jamison. Last 3 seconds. Garrett wanted a whistle. He won't get one, and that is how this first half will end. 2-1. Madison's on top, but Norwalk. Big goal there in short time, just over 3 minutes to go, and they have changed the entire complexion of this thing as we've got a 10-minute break coming up. We'll step aside. We'll be back. We'll have your first half stats, get you all ready for half number 2. You're enjoying live and free tournament soccer right here on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
Tonight's high school soccer tournament broadcast brought to you folks live and free thanks to our good friends at the Red Fox Tavern. Grab your friends and head over to the Fox where great people and good vibes come together with 15 TVs showing all the action. Baker's Collision, serving all of North Central Ohio. If your car is damaged, they are the place to go. Located out on 5th Street in Mansfield and serving all of North Central Ohio. Scout Construction Services, LLC. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout with your roofing and siding needs. Call them today for more info at 419-989-7240. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. And the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. So life hasn't been all sandalwood and sunshine lately. Visit mantherapy.org today and get your free head inspection to see if it's time for a checkup. From the neck up, men are better men when they are happy. We'll be right back. We will have your halftime reports brought to you by Baker's Collision in just a moment. It's halftime here at Contractor Stadium in Norwalk. Mason Gamble off of the throw-in from Snyder has closed the deficit down to 2-1. I am Brian Skowronski, our star intern, Georgia McFarland, joining me now. Great action. Anytime it's win or go home, it's really exciting. And both of these teams in that first half really battling back and forth. This is kind of what you would expect, even though it's an early start, but a great tournament atmosphere out here.
Yeah, Madison started off really hot. They had no fear in the beginning, as we saw from that early goal. And Norwalk was a little slow in the start, but once they started to get their groove and they started to get their offense going, they became really dangerous.
And we'll take a look at the first half stats to kind of prove Georgia's point, brought to you by Baker's Collision Repair. Norwalk actually with one more shot than Madison so far.
Yeah, they've had the opportunities. Madison's defense has just picked their offense apart a little bit, and Madison has really great teamwork, and it's just unfortunate that for Norwalk that they just couldn't get it past.
Chuckers certainly have battled back, though. It looked like Madison, with all the different playmakers that they have, of course, we've talked at length about Joey Walker, 28 goals coming into tonight. Jamison looking for his 20th assist, and a lot of dudes just right on the verge of being double-digit scorers. That's kind of crazy for any offense at the high school ranks, considering they've only played 18 matches so far. Give a lot of credit to Norwalk. Battle-tested, coming off of an overtime win against Ontario, and got to be comfortable playing here at home. But what an advantage for them.
Yeah, I mean, it is nice to play a big game like this on your home turf and have your home crowd here, and I think it's definitely helped them a bit, and they're still not out of it.
Far from out of it. Matter of fact, I think that goal has really changed the complexion of the game, and We have a throw-in that goes for a header for Gamble to kind of change the course of it. But the throw-in that actually went into the net. Have you ever seen anything like that, Georgia?
I've never seen that before.
No. And so I am counting it as a Colin Faith goal, even though technically I think it'll go down as an own goal, against Jose Negretti. But my gosh, even just the guts to even try to do that, if that was what he was trying for, was to throw it on frame. Insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big distance to cover, and to be accurate while covering that distance is crazy.
Unquestionably. So the difference right now, we'll say, is that Colin Faith goal. The first of the match coming at the 29:44 mark. It was Julius Walker. Gorgeous setup from Taylor, and then Faith just throwing it off of the hands of the keeper, Jose Negretti, made it 2-0 at the 17:09 mark, and then with just 3:37 to go, Gamble on the throw-in from Ben Snyder was able to put it home, and then a big fist pump. That's where we are as we're into second half action. We'll hear from Georgia again at the end of the game. Thanks so much. That'll put a bow on our Baker's Collision halftime reports. As second half action now underway here from Contractor Stadium. And just the most gorgeous night that you could possibly picture in Ohio for a district tournament game. 77 degrees right now. It's perfect. I'm seeing shorts and t-shirts all over in the crowd tonight. I'm in a flannel and I'm way overdressed. Too much. Shouldn't have done this. Instantly regretting it here, sitting with just a little bit of a sweat going. Not too much. Not too bad. So the Rams now in the green unis, moving from left to right on your screen. And a quick foul here against Evans on the pressure. Call it a little push. So it'll give it over here. Actually, this will be Evans. Back post and offside is the call off the free kick. Madison with three different players all kind of tracking it. Well struck. And you see Joey Walker able to get a head on it. Fava was right there with him. Booming swat here by the Truckers, headed by Clark. And not kept in over on the far side, so Truckers with a throw-in. We've seen what kind of weapon Ben Snyder possesses. I'll just drop it back here short for Dominguez this time. And his pass to the middle. Be intercepted. Rams flipping the field on the counterattack as this is belted down into the corner. Chance now for Fava to try to do something with it. And whoa! Almost threaded the needle. Top shelf. Would have had to have been perfect. Just a little window up top. And just sells a bit too tall. Goal kick on the way here for Negretti. This time the whistle will go against the Rams. And it's going to be right... Well, I don't know where it came. Truckers get to work quickly. Had a fast touch. Rams were ready for it. And now again, they'll try to strike off the counter as it ends up in the hands of Negretti. Let's take a look at my keys to victory tonight here for Madison. I felt the Rams could get it done here tonight if, obviously, you let your chef throw on his cooking cap and just go to work. Let Joey handle things anytime you get in the attacking third, and it's usually a great idea. And then you got to protect the box. They've done a pretty good, like a B- job of that so far, outside of the goal that they allowed to Gamble, where they just mashed everybody in like a can of sardines, and Mason was able to get good positioning. And now this time it'll be Walker. Here's Joey Walker 2-on-3 formulating right now for the Rams. Here's Joey looking to go to work, trying to step over, and he'll run into Oglesby, loses footing. He certainly wanted a whistle, but he's not going to get one. I think now that you see it slowed down a little bit, and even the facial expression kind of gave away the tell that Zayd Oglesby kind of thought that he tripped him up. No ball. But no whistle either. Ferkel down the line. Nobody on the other side except for a whole lot of green. He kind of played it perfect and now stolen away. Here's Ben Snyder spinning away from the touchline. He'll go back to work left foot, and the cross somehow found its way to a shooting Omar Dominguez. Deflected in a corner kick. And now this Norwalk crowd up on their feet. What an advantage for the Truckers being here at home tonight. A lot of butts here in the seats over on the home side. Madison traveled pretty well too. Give them some love. Now just goal kick opportunity for Jerry Wirtz and the Madison Rams. Flicked forward, trying to find Walker. Broken up. Now handled Dominguez to the middle. He'll have Ferkel. Solid build, connecting, finding feet. Until that last pass up top for Snyder, swatted out by Lucas Swanger. Took a little side hop. Now Gahring looking to keep it in play. He will, spins it, but it'll find its way into the hands of Wirtz. Just nobody making a late charge. Jordan Clark would have been there to try to shield off a defender. And off the goal kick, it ends up deep with Gamble. No foul here on Jamison. And Elliot will just allow that to roll out on the track as it'll be a throw-in now. Quick toss for Dominguez. Forces the defender to come to him. Now he tried to hit his stride. And he'll leak it down here into the corner. Kept in on the chase by Gonzalez. And he gets bruised down to the turf. And I'm sure you can hear it. A lot of Norwalk fans thought this should be a foul. The ball probably was already out of bounds. But they do garner a whistle. So it's going to be about a yard beyond where a corner kick would naturally occur. So Snyder, he's accustomed to this spot. Drifts it, it's headed, and it's just over top. Boy, I thought that was going to tickle the back of the nylon. This was close. Oh. Incredible save that time by the junior. Second opportunity here, near post, sky high. Wirtz goes up for it. Is it in? No, Wirtz has it again. Able to hold his own. Look at that, 1,000,000 feet in the sky. Gamble knocks it out of his hands with a head. And now the AR has flipped up the flag again. Carter Branham. And I believe that's the 6th time tonight that we have seen the Madison Rams offsides. I want to see this, though, one more time. How about Wirtz? Getting down, getting dirty. Tested a couple of times here over the last minute or so. And keeping it a 2-1 cushion in favor of Madison. Bad pass on that second touch. Re-gifted, though, by Norwalk. And the whistle's going to come against Snyder and the Truckers. Taking out the footing of Mason Jacobson. off the restart, it'll be Mason. One of the captains, big booming shot, finds Gamble. And he'll replace it out of bounds right at midfield. Foul's going to go against Norwalk. Free kick opportunity here for the Rams. And as I'm looking at Negretti and a couple of the defenders, they've got their hands up just trying to block the sunshine that's still peeking in here as we're just beyond 6 p.m. And sometimes this is the most challenging time with that sun settling a little bit lower. Elliot to the outside, and Gahring maybe moving a bit too quickly. Not a great touch. And now the Rams looking to reverse fields with Jamison. He'll hook up with Fava out to the wing, and here's Branham. And again, the AR has him whistled for offsides. Boy, they're calling this one tight. And that's the wrong call. Look how wrong that is. It's not even close. So perhaps maybe the flag was up before that pass. It had to have been. There's no way that you would consider that offsides. As that's flicked on net. And another shot here for Norwalk. But Jerry Wirtz says he's done so well here in the second half. Just being in the right place. Play a deep ball now, will the Rams. And it'll run all the way down in the corner. Gamble turns and tries to throw a make on Walker. And said it went out of bounds on the near side, so we're going to get a throw in here. It'll be Joey Walker. It's low. And they'll pitch it back out. Joey chops it in. And now the left foot for Gamble. Didn't hit it very clean. So Martinez now will loft one. As the Truckers were trying to build a counterattack. Rams shut it down. They'll regain possession. 28 minutes and change remaining here in this district semifinal showdown. Winner marches on to Thursday's final. We'll be back here. We'll have that action for you live and free. And Snyder with the flick. Nobody on the other end. He'll give it the best chase. Whistle at midfield, and this is going to go against Oglesby. Bit demonstrative with his actions. Heard a second whistle. Wasn't sure if he was going to get a card or not. Certainly not. Actually, they'll just change the call altogether. It'll go against Madison, and a deep shot into the hands of Jerry Wirtz. Another save, and he is collecting them quickly here in the second half. Didn't have too many tests to try to pass there in the first 40 minutes, but he is certainly making the grade here in half number 2. Got to be impressed with what you've seen from Jerry Wirtz, protected in between the pipes so far for Madison. And here's a pickoff, 3-on-4. Coming together now, Ben Snyder trying to wiggle around the defender. He pulls it back. He'll let one loose, and he will find the back. We are even. The equalizer. Cash money. It's Snyder with a point to the home stands. And how about a backflip for good measure? Dude is putting on a flat-out show, blowing kisses to the girls here in the home bleachers. Ben Snyder. A one-man wrecking crew spinning in traffic and sizzles the bacon over the top of Jerry Wirtz's head. And of course, letting everybody in the bleachers know number 10 is here to play. Come on, man. Good stuff. 2-2, 26-44 mark. Snyder already had a gorgeous assist. Now he's got a goal to match. Last two now belong to the Truckers. See what Madison still got left. Such a dangerous team, have been all season. Just 2 wins shy of a program record, sitting on 16 right now. And now they'll have a great setup to Joey Walker. Kept it on his toe. Now off the setup for Jamison, weaving his way through traffic. And perhaps just a little bit too unselfish that time as Ogilvy comes over and closes up shop. Here's Jamison, maybe a little window there. Do love the fancy footwork, but Randy never let one loose, and neither did Joey Walker. Thought that he would certainly have an opportunity. After a quick substitution, Rams throw in. They'll come down short here for Walker. Looking to turn touchline. Joey Walker gets by the first defender, sets it up. And Oglesby again in solid positioning. As is Blues, though, to keep it up in the attacking third. One more look at Walker on the attack. Little shake. Didn't have the bake on the backside. Branham was the intended target. Now the Rams on the throw-in. They'll get it back to Walker. And he'll pop it up into the hands of Jose Negretti. So Negretti keeping a clean sheet since the 17-minute mark of half number 1. Gutsy play from each keeper so far tonight. Just been beat by some glorious offense at times. Jamison gonna keep it all the way. Cutting inside, he'll set it back post! Nothing but net! What a setup! Joey Walker with the goal. And it's the 20th dime of the season for Jamison. Rams back in front. Run this back here from the top of the play. This is all Randy Jamison. Just keeping the players on his hip. Blows by Gonzalez. That left foot was everything. Backside Walker, one of the easiest deliveries he'll have all season long. 29th time this season that we've seen him drop one in the back. So an instant response. Just over 2 minutes later. And it's now 3-2 Rams. Was talking at the very beginning of the match, both of these teams each allowing less than a goal per contest so far. As a foul comes, thought maybe it was going to be another offsides against the Rams. Instead, they'll have a chance. But back to my point, wasn't sure if we'd get a low-scoring affair, or both of these teams also. Madison over 4 goals per game, Norwalk right around the same. Would we get a shootout? That has been the method so far. Will 3 be enough for Madison? Still lots of time remaining. And a home crowd backing these Truckers. They've been playing in a flow state here of late. But now it's the Rams' turn, and sometimes once you capture momentum, baby, it can be everything in the difference. If you can just play in a little window of activity, your best soccer. That's what the Rams are trying to do now. And how about this setup? Walker one more time, one-on-one! Heavy touch, and it's Negretti. Diving play, and he lets Joey Walker know about it. How about the stare? Walker right here. Oh, he'd love to have that one back. The worst touch of the night for Joey Walker comes at an inopportune time. And then Negretti with the save so far of the game. That could have been the ultimate difference maker if Madison would have had back-to-back Walker goals in less than a minute stretch. Huge. So it remains 3-2 now. Madison, though, they're starting to find themselves offensively. So many different pieces to this puzzle. Big smile over to the student section for Negretti. These guys are just having a whole lot of fun out here. Been an awesome competition. And a great look out to the wing. Madison with 4 players. The delivery, Walker. Mismeasured a little bit out in front. You like the thought process here from Swanger. And I love seeing Madison come just in waves. The spacing, so elegant the way they play offense. That's why they've been so darn good all season. One of the best offensive teams in the state in Division III. 73 goals scored already on the campaign. They've only given up 20, including tonight. A lot of heavy breaths coming from Mason Gamble. Boy, this captain's working hard tonight, and they need him to. While he catches his breath, let's check out my keys to victory tonight for Norwalk, presented by Baker's Collision Repair. Just hang tough, man. You're going against one of the top teams in all of Division III, and then you got to have those counterattacks really matter. That hasn't necessarily been the case so far for them tonight. They've had more of gradual builds, which, to their credit, they've been able to beat the back line of Madison. Very few teams have so far. Let's see if they're able to flip the script and have one of those epic counters that we've seen from Norwalk over these last couple of seasons with this group. Looking to get back to the district final for a second straight year. They landed on the doorstep last year and fell to eventual champion Lexington. We'll see the Minutemen back in action here tonight in the second half of our doubleheader. They'll be taking on Perkins, team they've already taken care of once already this season. That's the case here too for Madison with this Norwalk team. Can they make it 2 in a row? Won't get a goal here. Great step at the last moment by Connor Nickel. Shut it down. Now here's Nickel again. Nice touch in traffic. Jamison gets in between. And it just gets poked out right in front of the Norwalk bench in front of Chris Snell. What a job he's done with this unit this season. Looking for win number 13. Earned the number 6 seed, and I didn't really ask them. I probably should have. Did they feel like they were a little undervalued coming into the tournament here? Given what they had done, not just in the last couple regular seasons, but also they proved it last year in the tournament. Came away with some big-time wins. Same this year, knocking out Ontario as this one drifts. And offsides is Joey Walker. AR spotted this one from a mile away as he was at least a step offsides. And how many offsides tonight, Georgia, so far for Madison?
8.
I mean, they are approaching double figures. So this is an aggressive Rams bunch. Ball flicked to the center of the park, headed down aggressively by Clark. It'll stay down here. And back defending there was Taylor. Whistle's going to go against Norwalk here at the very end. On that step right there, a lot of the moms here in the crowd don't like that Tyler Norwood just picked that up. Vocal bunch here. I dig it. Sometimes you can probably have more impact than you think as a fan. Just letting your voice be heard throughout the night as that's flicked up right to himself for Fava. But backed out. Chance here for Jamison, looking to whirl in between a double team. Now he'll lay it back. Chance for Taylor. Here's Joey Walker on the breakthrough. But Negretti with another glorious save. And a look back at Joey Walker again. Slit through, but a diving Negretti comes up clutch for the second time here in the last few minutes. Run it back, show you why there's bodies all over the surface. Look at that, cling, cling, cling. It's like one of those dominoes where they set it up in the drop the ball and a bunch of things just start hitting into each other. It all ends with a Norwalk foul there. Show it one more time. Yeah, the pressure from the backside. I think that was Gahring. And now Madison. Quick touch. But a huge launch. All the way down the other end. A chance here. Whoa. A lot closer, I think, than anybody was anticipating, as Jordan Clark felt like it would have enough on this turf surface to roll back into the hands of the keeper. It did not, obviously. But now Norwalk back with possession. Here's the younger Snyder taking his time, looking for a moment to turn, give and go. And Gahring can't get it to him. That one off of Fava, directed off himself. Let's show this one more time. Clark waiting right on the edge of the 18 was Wirtz. Gahring slipped right around him, and almost disastrous for Madison. They'll hang on to their single goal differential right now. 16.5 minutes remaining on the clock here in Norwalk. Ball belted over top. Gamble heads it, but it's straight up. Now Jamison collects. Turns out wide, and no question about it. He's tripped up, and this will go against Nickel. So at the 20-yard line here of the football field, we've just seen Nickel receive a yellow card. So the first card issued tonight. Nickel's going to check out. And the head referee coming over, giving a description of why to head coach Chris Snell. And I think basically what he's saying is just can't trip him up like that when he's going to be ultimately one-on-one with the keeper. So Jamison looking at a three-man wall. There's going to be 6 players to the left. Instead, they'll lay it back here for Jacobus, sorry. And he'll just end up with a goal kick. Just hanging up a little bit. Negretti wisely calls off the Dogs. But what do we got? Looks like they might have went too quick. Yeah, the head referee was not back. Kind of took me by surprise too, the first touch, and this is a bonus. A second free kick for the Rams. As Jamison bends it back post, headed out the other way, and it'll be sliced out of there, at least for now. The Rams staying on it. Big collision, Oglesby. And now here's the counter strike. Rams shut it down. Another chance as this is whipped out. Near side, volleyed up, sky high by Jacobus. And it'll be Norwalk throwing as they get Ben Snyder back out onto the pitch, presumably for these last 15.5 minutes. They are going to need their senior to play big here down the stretch to try to find an equalizer or maybe even more. So that's headed towards frame. Clark sends it the opposite direction. And now smacked here near side. This will stay in the field of play. Foot race, Fava trailing behind as it's back for Negretti. No handball whistle, says the referee from Taylor. But we will get an offsides whistle. And it's Joey Walker again with the infraction. I think everyone kind of anticipated the handball call, and when it didn't come, a lot of standing around. So 3-2 on our red Fox Tavern scoreboard. Headed a mile high here by Gahring. And when it comes down, whistle against Norwalk. And a great depiction of why you just saw there from the head official. Deep ball finds Gamble. Now Dominguez using his body, trying to shield off Taylor. He was kind of anticipating a whistle. Now Negretti, big ball down the other way. Battled for by Clark. Well placed now for Jamison. He'll lay it out here for Faith. Had that throw-in goal earlier. So back and forth, a little bit of a seesaw action going on right now. Neither really hanging on to possession for too long. Trucker throw-in goes down the near sideline. Eventually collected by Jacobus. Nice touch in the middle. Defender went down, looking to get it to Joey Walker. Whoa, what a move to the outside. Sets up the left foot, Negretti. Able to squeeze in his third monster save here in the second half in about the last 10 minutes. All of them have been against the OCC Offensive Player of the Year, Joey Walker. Put his hands up on his mouth. He's like, man. Inside his own head. Can't believe that he has not capped off one of those to create a little bit of space right now on the scoreboard. As Norwalk, right now, still very much in this match. Just trailing by one. Haven't had an offensive look in a little while as Madison. Big credit to their midfielders. They've been dictating a lot of the pace in the action. And they'll have another throw-in coming up north of midfield. Walker to Jamison here in the middle. A little bit of space to play with. He'll drop it back now for Mason Jacobus and threads the needle. Boy, what a pass. And just mashed out of play by Snyder, who needs helped up. But look at this. Right into the smallest of creases. I think it took Jamison by surprise as well. Wasn't anticipating it would funnel all the way. Chance off the set piece. 11.5 minutes to go. Here comes Jamison. He's already got 20 assists on the campaign. And now the turn! Set fire in the goal for Joey Walker. His second of half, number 2. And a huge one at that. His last 3 were defended beautifully by Negretti, but there was no shutting this one down. And a little something to say to the Norwalk student section. Gorgeous setup back post. Not sure if it was by design from Fava to try to lay it down to Walker. And you already know. Goal number 2 of half 2 for Walker. 12 minutes apart here at the 11:32 mark. And that could be what ends up being the difference here in this match. It allows Tim Lord now to kind of change the strategy. He can be a little bit more defensive-minded, and strategies like this, too, for Wirtz. Every second counts when you're trying just to milk them off the clock here and advance into a district championship. And it has been a long time for these Madison Rams. We saw them in a district final back in 2019. Lost a heartbreaker in overtime against Lexington. But have not won a district since the year 2000. That was pre-Tim Lord. Back in those Ryan Poor days. Maybe the greatest to ever do it for Madison. I don't know. Drop me a comment. Anybody ever do it better? I don't think so. He's a little before my time. I moved to Ohio 2006, but I heard the great Ryan Poor was exactly that. Tim Lord took over the year after, and they've been on the doorstep a few times, but have not won a district. So this, now that with the expanded divisions, with Walker whirling and knocked down just outside of the 18, Barkin to no avail to the AR. Certainly felt like he should have been awarded with a penalty kick. What say you? Aggressive tackle, to say the least. But I think that probably the right call. It's such an impactful whistle. Anytime one of those comes inside of the box, it's just game-changing. It's not like any other sport in any other foul. because one goal in soccer can make or break an entire match. Here's Walker. Tried to squeeze in between a crease. Snyder cut him off in traffic. Now a chance here for Norwalk. See if they can't get the ball and get back on the attack. Madison, they have really controlled the pace here in half number 2. I've got them for more than 60% of the total possession. And now they'll have a free kick coming up right at midfield. Rams trying to close things out here in this district semifinal. Now playing in Division III, it has been such a battle for this program, playing against Division I competition, traveling up to Toledo year after year for decades. So with the restructuring and the new extra divisions in soccer, it's really opened the door for a program like Madison to start having some tournament success. Maybe a chance here for Norwalk. Gahring, bad touch. Lost his footing. And right there, I think the plan was to try to turn it back inside, lift one for Snyder, who was backtracking in the middle of the pitch. But sometimes when you're moving 1,000,000 miles an hour, you're going to get your boots tangled up, even with yourself. And that was the case right there with Gahring. Off the deflection. Won't be offsides. A chance here one-on-one. Trey Fava! But Negretti, dude, even though he's given up 4 goals, what a gutsy performance. And I'm not sure what Trey Fava was doing. Who's he looking at over there? Something caught his eye off in the distance. As I look and I see Sandusky Perkins warming up, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, check this out. The touch, and then he just totally looks off to the right. Didn't even get a shot attempt out of it. But they do have a corner kick, and 1,000,000 miles up off the head. Jamison, though, as the Rams recollect, he'll throw it in there low. And that'll skate out for a trucker throw-in on the far sideline. Just over 7 minutes to go. Norwalk got to get to work. Try to get something going offensively. Instead, it's stolen. And Branham pitches it just a bit too tall. As he shot in here and just thefted this thing. Negretti came out. He's had that awesome pressure on the outskirts of the box. And I think that forced a bit of a preemptive shot from Carter Branham. Now Jamison lays it off for Walker. Boy, what a connection here. These two just have such great feel for what one another is going to do. And for Madison, there is no need to try to rush one. Certainly another goal would be superb. Your fans would love it, as that's headed back post by Fava. And nobody making a break. Rams don't have to. 2-goal differential right now. Looking to run off these last 6 minutes and change. Can the Truckers put a little heat on them here in these closing minutes? Ben Snyder trying to work it down into the corner. That was Gahring. And Madison outside of a little window of action early on here in the second half. Boy, have they been just a solid chunk of armor back there in front of Jerry Wirtz. Saw that goal from Snyder, the equalizer at the 26:44 mark. Since then, the Rams dictating the pace, the action. I think they've only had about 1 shot attempt since. And no clean looks like Madison has. Flag goes up late. And it'll favor Norwalk. We'll see if we can check anything here as to why. That push right there is Ferkel. Went moving off his spot. And it'll allow for a free kick. Snyder takes dead aim, and Wirtz didn't even have to move. Norwalk fans calling for some push-ups from Jerry Wirtz. Said if you're going to drop down, give me 20. Said it'll be 20 seconds off the clock. As Madison pushing it out. Boy, what a find here. Spillman on the fly. Bryce cut off. And Negretti comes down. He has been everywhere tonight. But you really do have to credit just the burst by Tyler Norwood to get in between and shut that baby down before it had a chance to really get off. Norwalk starting to move a few more folks up into the offensive end. Trailing with just 2 back, and then Negretti, of course, protecting the pipes. Rams with the turnover, they give it right back. That was intended for Gonzalez on the other end. Snyder trips up the captain. No whistle as he's still down. And now this is a great opportunity. And it comes away with just that look. Great chance there for Norwalk, one of the better builds they've had here over these last 47 minutes. Come away empty-handed. With the clock stopped, 3:23 is all that remains in between Madison and a trip back to the district championship for the first time in 5 seasons. And potential for them, if they do move on, to get a rematch with the Minutemen and one of their OCC rivals. They've had some great battles here over the years. And the holdup, of course, is the injured Madison player just getting stretched out. It appears to just be cramps that Mason Jacobus is dealing with, because he went down after just a minor collision and carried off the field to a big ovation there from Ram Nation. So hopefully he's going to be okay. Did look like he was just cramping though. And sometimes that's all, you can't even walk. You do just have to have a big strong dude come out and just carry you. As we return to action, Truckers trying to turn up the heat here offensively. Have to try to send some extra numbers forward. Might just have to defend with 1 and gamble and just hope that he can protect against any type of counter strike. But this is really what you need right here. Just a nice carry through traffic. Comes up empty though. No pass though to be made by Oglesby. And now Snyder forced out to the wing. Ram throwing on the way. And you see over on the far side a lot of Minutemen collecting here inside of the stadium. As mentioned, they will be next on the menu here, second half of our doubleheader. Kickoff, I think, anticipated for closer to 7:15 than 7. They'll take on the Perkins Pirates, the number 2 seed here in the district. Belted and finds feet for Fava. And now Walker trying to cook. Gets his pocket picked. And a little tug against Snyder. So it'll be a free kick on the way here. Truckers get to work immediately. Gamble now starting to get involved here up on the offensive end. Trying to work his way through traffic. Knocked down by Jamison. Now Mason regains. Boy, he is just a load. They would probably love to have him as a fullback up here. As now it's Gahring coming up with it. Off the still, the turn with under 2 minutes. Launched up, Elliot knocks it down right in front of the keeper, but Ward's able to collect. I don't even think that Jordan Clark knew where that was at up in the air. Good thing that Wirtz did, if you're a Madison fan. As this is poked free, a chance now for Branham. Out in space, one-on-one. with the keeper. And I think that, I'm not sure what that was. Fava obviously losing his footing on the one-timer. Touch and the diving save by Negretti. Kind of just an interesting build all the way around. As it started with Carter Branham. Looked like he would be one-on-one. Never even took a shot. Sets it up. Fava with the turf monster getting in his way and laying out there for Negretti. Maybe the worst thing that could happen here if you're Norwalk, because the clock will roll. Madison gets a chance to go set up a corner kick. And Walker and Jamison out there just struck in near post real hard, bounces out. And now the Truckers. Can they get something going? Can they flip the field on a counterattack? Oglesby. He'll keep his feet. Here he is, long carry for him. Sets it up for Snyder. He turns, but into a sea of green uniforms. And that'll be worked out over on the far side. Trucker throwing coming up with just 25 seconds to go. Norwalk will have it one more time, and this will likely be it for their season. Snyder was able to throw it in early in the game to Gamble.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Final shot of the match. It's redeflected, and Madison comes away 4-2 victors here tonight. We will see the Rams march on into the district championship on Thursday night. We'll step aside. We'll take a quick commercial timeout. When we return, we will hear from the most valuable player of the match. I think we'll talk to Mr. Joey Walker, the OCC Offensive Player of the Year, and assists. A couple of goals for him. 2 big ones here in the second half. We'll talk to him, have some final stats, and get you set up for the second match here of our doubleheader. It's live and free, and it's right here on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
Tonight's high school soccer broadcast brought to you folks live and free thanks to all of our amazing sponsors. The Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. So life hasn't been all sandalwood and sunshine lately? Visit mantherapy.org today and get your free head inspection to see if it's time for a checkup from the neck up. Men are better men when they're happy. Scout Construction, our MVP sponsor. With more than a decade of business, you can trust them with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout for more info at 419-989-7240. The Red Fox Tavern. Grab your friends and head over to the Fox, where great people and good vibes come together with 15 TVs showing all of the action. Baker's Collision, located on 5th Street in Mansfield. They have the Baker's Difference, family run and operated for many decades, more than 60 years in the biz. One of the best in all of North Central Ohio. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank, and the Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. We're going to hear from Joey Walker right now. Stay with us. We're back with our player of the game presented by Scout Construction Services, LLC. Mr. Joey Walker joining me right now for a conversation fresh off a victory. Let's talk about that last huddle there when you guys just all got together and kind of what was some of the talk. You guys are the top seed, taking care of business. What's the message?
It was a tough one, we knew they were going to be tough. We played them earlier on this season, and it was a battle. We beat them 2-1 earlier on, but we came in here with confidence, and we've been, our defense has been playing outstanding lately, and so I think the biggest difference from the first time we played them and this time was our defense. So we've been preparing all week for this game, and I think the boys came out and played well.
They put a little bit of pressure on you guys. The equalizer, it's 2-2. Then in the last 20 minutes or so, you really took control. You guys dominated the time of possession. You were a big part of that. The 2 goals, I was just joking with you, probably should have had a couple of more, but just talk about your individual effort and how much of a difference you felt like you made over about the last 20 minutes of the match.
I feel like I should have actually gave a lot more effort throughout the game. I didn't give too much effort in the beginning. I feel like I need to be better, but towards the end, I knew, my coach were like, they need me and I needed to start turning it up. So I told myself, I need to start turning up, and so, I turned it up a little bit. I should have finished them. It wasn't one of my best finishing nights, that's for sure. But I think I'm gonna bounce back Saturday, and yeah.
This has been kind of a cool build to watch for you guys the last couple of years now in the junior campaign for this big class that you guys have, enjoying one of the best seasons in program history. 1 win away, if you didn't know that, from the all-time program record for victories, if you can collect that on Saturdays. So just put a little bit of your own take on what this season's been like and the journey over the last few years to be in this position now where you can be district champions for the first time since the year 2000.
It's a truly blessed. I give all credit to the man above. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be in this position right now. So, I give all credit to him. But also, the coaches, they've done a phenomenal job at getting us to where we need to be today. And I think we just keep playing the way we've been, and we just keep working hard in practice. I could see us making an even bigger run, and I could see us winning on Saturday and taking a district title back home.
I think I can too, man. You got all the pieces and parts coming together. You already thanked the man upstairs. Who else you want to shout out here tonight?
Just my family, that's for sure. My coaches and my defense and my midfield. Randy, they're my guys. Love them.
All right, Joey Walker, your Scout Construction LLC MVP. It's your post-game show presented by Baker's Collision Repair in Mansfield. 4-2 your final score here tonight in Norwalk. Madison taking care of business on the road on the Truckers' home surface as the #1 seed look like it. They are marching on into Saturday's final. I'm Brian Skowronski, joined right now by Georgia McFarland. Second half, Truckers certainly put a couple, scares, I think, into Madison there early on, but really dominant about last 20 minutes, I would say, from the Rams. How impressed were you with what you saw from them to close this out and show that they are a top seed and they're worthy of that?
Yeah, I mean, they started off a little slow in the second half because Norwalk had a late goal in the first half, so they started off with a lot of momentum and ended up getting the first goal of the second half. But I think once Madison realized that they couldn't just float their way through this game and they started really putting in more effort towards their offense, it started to get them a lot better looks and really showed why they're ranked #1.
Yeah, they had a bunch of clean looks over the last 15 minutes or so. Only put one away, that Joey Walker, at the 11:32 mark to kind of ice it after he scored at the 24-29 mark to give Madison the lead. Here are your final stats brought to you by Baker's Collision. And time of possession really tilted heavily in Madison's favor in that second half. They collected it early often. They were in total control. But it was actually Norwalk who ended up on top with the total shots.
Yeah, they had a lot of opportunities. They weren't really clean ones as opposed to Madison's opportunities, but they still gave themselves those chances, and I think that's why that game was so close.
9 shots on goal tonight for the Truckers. Like Georgia was saying, not some awesome looks. We saw many more for Madison there with great opportunities to try to extend their lead, but Jose Negretti, I mean, give a little bit of credit to that kid. Well, what did you like about that keeper back there? He had to come out and to make it a 4-2 game. I mean, he really gave up the body. You could tell he was beat up a little bit.
Yeah, with having Joey Walker coming at you like that as much as he did in that second half, you can't be afraid to just go out and try and get the ball, because then if it gets too close, you're giving up a goal.
Yeah, he certainly had to on about 3 different occasions. Lay out, kick saves, the whole 9 yards, kept him in it, but it's not enough as the Rams will march on into Saturday's final. We'll have that game for you live and free. But we all got to find out tonight who the opponent is going to be. The second half of our doubleheader on the way. The Perkins Pirates just about set to take on the 6-time defending district champs. So that was in Division 2. Now with all these new districts, it's D3. Peter Tem and the boys will have to try to capture a new district championship, but they are on the docket coming up in about 20 minutes. So we're going to close things down here for the first match, and we'll see you guys real soon. Lexington and Perkins coming up soon.